Hey everyone, all right. Thank you for downloading episode 5. Thank you for listening to episode 5 of the Pro Slam World podcast with Larry Mormon. I'm doing it old school here. I'm doing it 80s style, no theme music. Kind of Andre the Giant doing it this week. Mostly because I'm not home. I'm on a little bit of a mini vacation, if you will. So I'm away from the equipment. And so we're rocking this with the iPhone. So it may sound a little different. You're not going to get any intro or outro music, but we're still going to have a good time. As this podcast drops, tonight will be Ring of Honor's War of the Worlds pay-per-view live from the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City. And if you're going to be there, if you listen to this podcast and you'll be there, hopefully you'll see me. I mean, you'll know what I look like, because if you go to any internet social media, More365, MOHR365, should be able to find me pretty easily. And if you're there, if you see me online waiting, I got to pick up a couple DVDs and, of course, heading to my seat. Yeah, swing by, say hi. Tell me you listen to the podcast, and hopefully that you like the podcast. And I think we'll make new friends. So it should be a really, really good show. Main event for Ring of Honor's pay-per-view, which goes live at 9 p.m. So, it's funny with Ring of Honor. I actually watch the Ring of Honor pay-per-views through the PlayStation, my PS4. For a while, being a PlayStation Plus member actually gave you like 25% off the pay-per-view, or maybe 20%. It was sweet. I mean, pay-per-views are only about $35 for ROH, but 25% off, game on. It wasn't until recently, like the last couple of shows. Unfortunately, Sony doesn't do that anymore. PlayStation doesn't give that discount for pay-per-views. They were even doing it for UFC pay-per-views, I remember. But yeah, I don't really watch it through my cable provider. I actually watch it through PlayStation. I think next time, if I still don't get the discount next time, I'm going to try it through Fight TV. I never really used that for pay-per-view, so I'll give that a whirl at their next pay-per-view, because why do it for War of the World, since I will be there. And in the main event, Christopher Daniels defends the ROH World Championship in a triple threat match against Jay Lethal and the American Nightmare Cody. Again, I'm kind of on vacation, kind of, sort of, if you will, so I apologize, I don't have the card in front of me, but I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say Daniels retains the ROH World Championship. I think Cody and Jay Lethal will just get in each other's way, allowing Daniels to really take over, dominate, and best moonsault ever, his way to a victory and retaining the ROH Championship. So that should be a good time. Their pay-per-views are always good. They never fail. They never really cease to fail. But I will say this, that I was talking to a friend of mine recently, a good friend of mine, long time friend, buddy, confidant. And we were talking about, kind of guys on their way out, superstars, wrestlers, kind of getting ready to ride off into the sunset. And this is an ongoing debate, probably till the end of time. Basically, your last match, you're not for the company, in your career. When you know as soon as this match is over, you are done, you're hanging up the boots, you're calling it a day. Do you lose your last match? I know a lot of people who say no. Go out on top, go out winning. Personally, I think anyone's last match, they should, I don't care who you are, you lose your last match. You go out with your shoulders on the mat, looking up into the lights, putting someone else over. And we just saw that recently with The Undertaker at WrestleMania 33. With Roman Reigns. Did Roman need the push? That's a whole nother debate for a whole nother time. But Undertaker did the job. And He lost at WrestleMania. Now, this is his second loss at WrestleMania. Personally speaking, I feel like the streak should have ended with The Undertaker's career. I really don't think that ending it with Brock at WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans really did anything. Yes, monumental. One of my top 5 moments of being in person for something. But as much as it was monumental, then Undertaker comes back the following year against Bray Wyatt. 31 was against Bray Wyatt, 32 Shane McMahon, 33 Roman Reigns. So I really didn't get that far until he lost again. But I really think the streak, and a lot of people debated the streak should have never ended, even with if and when The Undertaker eventually would have retired. Nope, I always figured at some point the streak should end, but I just always thought it would be his last match. I always thought Taker would go out with one loss, not 2. But, I'm not the one booking the shows. You get guys like Mick Foley, definitely have lost his fair share of final matches because he's had a bunch of them. Terry Funk, the 5 times he's retired, I think he lost every one of those matches. But then you get, and I'm not taking anything away from him, don't get me wrong, but Trish Stratus, she wins the Women's Championship in her final match, her official match. I'm not counting these one times coming back and stuff like that. But yeah, she wins the title. She retires with the championship. I was never crazy about people retiring with a championship. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's just a nonsense need then to go through a tournament. Usually for the belt just to go back to the person who dropped it. So, I'm trying to think some other notable. I'm kind of doing this off the top of my head, as you can tell. But, Foley, he lost his last match. I know he went on to TNA, even became TNA champion. Ric Flair lost his retirement match. He went on to TNA. But, for what it's worth, the business, whether you're there or you're not, I don't care if you were Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Hogan, Cena eventually. Once you're gone, the cog keeps spinning. The car keeps going. There is no stopping the machine. So just because you're not there doesn't mean that the show's going to end, in all honesty, no matter who you are. So I don't see the need of needing to have to go out on top and not passing the torch, if you will, on to the next person, as these veterans should. So, with sometimes these losing streaks, ends in losing streaks, it depends on how it's handled. You get a guy like the Big Show who you put people up against and they're going to beat the Big Show. And it's kind of a shame because the Big Show should really have been this dominant force in the business. And he really, not fault of his own, but he just, his potential could have been so much better. Even now could be so much better, but they just keep feeding guys to him. But he's on, he's slowing down. He's on his way out. I think he's in his last year. I'm not 100% sure. But again, his last match, you go out fighting, but, you stay down for the 3 count. And that's my opinion. And let me know what you think. Should guys and gals, when it's time for them to retire, to lose their last match, or you think they should go out in a blaze of glory with that final victory under their belt? You can check us out, Pro Slam World on Facebook. Do a search for Pro Slam World. YouTube, Pro Slam World as well. And, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about, guys losing their last match. Think it's good? Do you think it's bad? What do you think they should do? And I'm more than happy to check out all your comments. Love to see the comments drop. And I don't know if you saw, but we'll talk about much more in detail in the next coming weeks. But Pro Wrestling Syndicate is back. That's right, September 30th. Pro Wrestling Syndicate returns to New Jersey with a huge main event. Big Van Vader going one-on-one with the suicidal, homicidal, genocidal, death-defying Sabu. And we'll get into more of that as we go on. This is going to be a short episode. This is a quick episode. Again, I'm on the road, so but I wasn't going to forget my fans, all you wrestling fans out there. I'm never going to forget about you. I mean, there may be a couple times I may have to take a week off, but I was able to sneak one in here this week. But yeah, this is going to be a short one, I'm going to tell you right now. But yeah, follow me, More365. Follow Pro Slam World on Facebook. Follow Pro Slam World on on YouTube. Maybe one day we'll have an Instagram account. But YouTube, Facebook and YouTube. Check them out. Check out Pro Wrestling Syndicate as well, because it's coming back, baby, and it's coming back bigger and better than ever. So I'm going to get ready. I got one more half day of work, then on to the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City for Ring of Honor's War of the Worlds live on pay-per-view, 9 p.m. bell time. Until then, I'll catch you guys next week. Thank you for bearing with me with the short episode, but we'll be back big time and back on track starting next week. Till then, folks, have a good one. And remember, support wrestling, support indie wrestling, and support the WWE. Support all of it. And enjoy what we all love and enjoy, professional wrestling. I'll catch you guys next time.